Ornn exclamation I've heard, I think.
I mean, especially for Solo, he did have a game where they just played around the Ornn. They killed, I think it was Whippo like 4 times. So there you go. Solo is a pretty competent Ornn pilot. And they round out their team comp with a lot of good team fighting.
It feels like whenever Solo comes in for the rescue on a team, there is a large amount of Ornn play. Being able to be adaptive with the way he wants to approach the laning phase and serving the team later.
And I think for Blue, there's a lot of good ults to steal now. The Ahri to gain the extra mobility, the Nautilus for lockdown CC, same with the Ornn.
Here and does have to pop a potion. Nice knockup. A bit low for Hoon, but down on the bot side, we have the 4v2. Viego is on the approach. Flash away from the Dignitas side. Many summoners blown, all of them for the bot lane for Dignitas. Players that are stepping in, and it can feel like a generic question in, oh, what are your goals? What are your goals coming in here, right? Is it, taking a little bit of a step down on that?
Game plan of clearing up to the top side for XU, and then TSM used that window to know that there was no one to help, and they were able to grab a turret plate. The flip side of that play is now potentially the Rift Herald or your blue buff, but Maple was able to get up there, contest XU, stop him from being able to do it. Now it just turns out to be a leash for TSM.
That intel properly used by TSM here, so they will claim the first Rift Herald.
Oh no! 400 gold advantage with this Rift Herald as well. Going to figure out where they want to drop this one, but no bloodshed yet, and that's what we want.
No bloodshed quite yet, so everything is coming off the laning prowess. The 1v1 here. Another ultimate coming from Ornn. Solo gets the knock up onto Hoon, but dash away.
Yeah, he's got him on a yo-yo. Hoon came down, looked like he was going to reset. They dropped Dragon. Now they're actually going.
He's the one to go in, gets knocked up upon the entry, and at the Wild Growth does manage to survive. Oh gosh, sounded like the character in a book that I can't remember now. So.
Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. Here we go!
Hey, let's go for it! Hoon get locked down first blood over to Spica!
You knew it was going to come in the top side. The trading.
See if any plays are made right now as TSM keep their eyes on this Rift Herald. Dignitas on the approach, go in for the knockup. A charm lands onto one, followed up with the root, but Hoon, the subject once again by the Wild Growth. Blue flashes away. Follow-up knockup onto Hoon, leads to his death once more in the center of it all. XU still remains until TSM has something to say about it. Another flash plus. Oh, the charm immediately after, answered by the stasis of Biofrost, but it's not enough. The note was written, the death is achieved. 3 down for Dignitas. Blue.
Play for finish first. Play for finish first. Play for finish first. I got it. We fight.
Okay. Sejuani.
I go side first.
Go flash Sejuani.
Yeah. Look at me. Okay. Look at me after.
Viego. Hook in 5. Yo, follow Lulu.
Yeah.
No tower.
Kill Biofrost.
Hook in 3. I'm going on him. 2.
Oh my god.
Look at Zeri.
Wait, he wasted his stopwatch.
Give me the kill.
Oh my god. Someone go top.
And really work on that leadership being so important from the support position as TSM does go in here, gets knocked up by one. The follow-up though, oh no, they lose Spica upon those fundamentals.
You have to stand your ground at some point, as Spica might go over the wall here and try and pick a fight.
Looking for it onto Biofrost, knock up and more, has to Wild Growth onto himself before flashing away. Teleport coming in a supportive style for Dignitas, but the Ornn Horn goes strong. The responsive Ornn Horn from Blue's side, see if they can link it on back, but the charm directly onto Hoon, has to flash away. All of these flashes used after a lot of these connections, but
wards
no
all in the jungle. Look at this. Distraction. Look at these. All these wards down there.
That is actually super important for what's to come. Or Solo trying to set it up right now. A direct isolation of Biofrost on the side ends up giving his own life for it. XU was also lost previously, so Dignitas.
On and Blue are going to try to contest, because if they don't, the game's basically over. But with no smite, you have to somehow win a 3v5.
All right, let's hear how TSM is taking on this play.
I stun.
Keep going.
Flashes.
I'm gonna base, bros.
I'm out.
Fall back onto Baron. Really nicely done here. The Sivir ult coming up big. Dignitas have lost so many turrets in the mid lane. It's so easy to actually get into this jungle of Dignitas and find these angles onto them. You can see with no mid lane inner or outer turrets out, there's not really a safe path to take back to their base. The Sivir speed up makes sure that you can get this CC chain down. So much CC on the side of TSM for the 5 members with some way to set up their own play. They get those kills, and then it's, again, because they have so many abilities to actually turn off the Baron, be able to find that easy kill. It's also difficult for Dignitas because they're so low range. We talked about how their team comp is this kind of big dive. Very hard to defend sieges. They could try and go now the Orn ult's down.
Seeing if they can take down the second one here. TSM, Dignitas, all in the vicinity. Once this turret goes down, it gives them an opening blue. Going into stasis nice and early. Hoon, Wild Growth, and Flash away from him. Double knock-up solo into the backline. Instinct is getting mighty low, though, but they take down the pig herself before he can make an impact. The knockups continue with all that TSM has at their skill availability. This is a 5v3 currently in time. They're going to keep up the pressure. Supers coming into the base because of the time that had passed since they took that inhib. Spawn looking to try and make the play. The burst fire and beyond. XU into the back, gets the heartbreaker. Takes over Orin himself. Spica into stasis. He goes so low on the HP. Full.
Inner turret does give some angles for TSM to wrap around behind them. You can see them have to be very careful.
Going for it. Quite the burn down onto Instinct here. As soon as out of stasis, Blue eliminated Instinct with the kill credit. Hoon's been hovering over that wall side to see if he can find a point of entry, but they can't because look at all those minions coming into the base. The opening is here for TSM. Full team in effect. Can they make it happen? But the lockdown on the Spica is too good. You gotta be worried about those resets that they're coming through from XU. Another route onto him, though, is answered by Mayful, putting TSM onto the forefront. But in the end, they end up losing too, and they don't feel confident enough to go for more.
So TSM can grab that one for free, and we'll listen in on this Baron.
Yeah, I want to play for turn here.
Okay, we should really fight.
Just go around, go around. Yeah, they're solo. Look at me. Just go around. Silver, go now. Silver, go now.
Look at Sage here. Sage.
Yeah, look at me. Oh, he doesn't have jump.
Look at Lulu.
Keep going. I'm looking. Yeah, I'm
Lulu
going.
got knocked up. Lulu got knocked up.
Yo, cares Zeri.
No flash.
Look at me.
Viego. This guy's creep.
I'm going.
Wait, Lulu.
I want to kill Biofrost. Can we kill Biofrost?
Where the fuck did he go?
Alright,
Can we end? We end, bros.
Okay.
What the fuck?
We need it.
TSM are ready for it this time. 3 members here. A charm onto Blue. A stopwatch hit. A hook onto 1. Taking down the biggest threat on Dignitas. TSM should feel the vibration of the fans starting to rejoice, trying to see if they can make these pushes in the final moments of the regular season. Get as many kills as you can, TSM. Set yourself up and sink that one down.
You heard the TSM chants right at the end as they grab sole possession of 7th place, moving up to 5 and 10. Looking good for a late season playoff push. 3 games left, but looking like they set themselves up well for it.
Critical moment for this squad with a definitive plan on their minds coming into this game. Dignitas, though, perhaps slightly deflated after what they just witnessed. But I love to hear the TSM fans rejoicing. They're going to need that energy to be able to continue pushing off of this.
Well, and you heard them still having fun a lot in their comps. They were less serious than Team Liquid were in that game that we saw earlier in the day. Once they win these fights, it's all serious until they know that they have the fight won. Then they're looking for how they can find the extra kills. TSM, a very fun team to watch right now, seeing how much noise they can make if they can actually secure playoffs.
Whenever there's a bit more similarity between their comms and how I feel people sound when I'm just in Discord with my friends at home playing, I feel like that's a good time for TSM on the stage.
Definitely the case. Also...